It's cozy season. You need blankets, pillows. You need mugs. You need
You know what I want?
tea koozie. What's your cozy season must-haves?
Holiday-themed glasses and dishware. You know, I finally got my little Christmas plates that I've wanted for years and years and years last Christmas. I want like some sort
It's
of
not
like...
my culture, but
I know
I
it's not your
respect it.
culture, but I want more like Christmassy drinkware, plateware.
Okay, well, you know a great place to get that.
Wayfair.
Yeah, you gotta be stocking up at Wayfair.
I'm stocking up at Wayfair.
Because not only are you going to get the cozy items that you so desire, but you're going to get great deals on the cozy items you so desire. Because Wayfair has great deals on things your home actually needs, especially before the holidays. They have everything from sofas to spatulas. You name it, they have it. They also have styles you can't find anywhere else. No cookie cutter stuff that everyone else has, so you can make your home way more you. Right now, you can shop Wayfair's insane holiday deals and get up to 70% off during their Black Friday deals.
You know what items I'm all ready for thanks to Wayfair?
What items?
Christmas napkins. It sounds silly, but I want them and I like them.
Get them.
Christmas, they've got little Christmas trees on them.
Get
and
them.
They're napkins.
Just
okay?
just have me over and make cookies.
And you'll go, not my culture, when you like wipe your mouth, but that's fine. That's
no,
totally
I'll say
fine.
these are gorgeous.
Thank you. Don't miss out on saving big with Wayfair this holiday. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday deals. That's WAYFAIR.com.
You will dream it.
Yo, they wanna know.
Hey,
Mia.
hey,
Mia.
hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
And come see us in London on Friday and Saturday. And come see us in Dublin on Monday, right?
Wait, is it Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday. And then
Friday
Monday.
and Saturday and Monday. Monday, early show and late show.
And late show. Whoweekly.us.
There's a late show.
Can't
There's
wait
a
to
late
leave
show in Dublin.
for by the time you're listening
It
to
might
this.
be a really intimate show.
When you're listening to this, we might be in the air on our way to London. Exciting.
So if any complaints, hold them. Timmy's still on vacation.
Timmy's still on
We're
vacation.
not responding.
Listen, I have an important announcement to make. That's not about our tour. Please do not click on any articles that say I'm leaving The Voice. This is not true. These are fake websites to lure people in with clickbait where they claim I have a company to sell weight loss gummy products. This is false. I do not sell or promote any type of gummy product. That's Reba McEntire on Twitter on Sunday night.
It's funny to me to lump fake news about you leaving The Voice with selling weight loss gummy products. Mm-hmm. This is false.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have thought this was particularly funny.
Nor promote any type of gummy product. Well, it's giving, I mean, I know they're more related to this, but it's giving like the global warming Britney Spears tweet is what I think we're both really responding to here.
Yeah, I think so.
Does anyone think global warming is a good thing? I love Lady Gaga. I think she's a really interesting artist.
There we go.
Does anyone think global warming is a good thing? I mean, she has a point.
What is Reba talking about here?
There's an entire Snopes.com article posted in August of 2022. Reba McEntire's CBD and keto gummies are a scam. Scammers were creating as many Facebook pages and websites as they could to make Google search results appear as if McEntyre endorsed the products. She did not. So this has been going on for a while. Reba has been fighting these fake Nature's One gummy CBD gummies ads that have been pushed on Facebook. She said the only place you can buy any kind of official Reba product is through my website at reba.com, dillards.com, or justinboots.com.
Hey y'all, I'm Reba McEntire, and I'm so excited to announce that I have partnered with Justin Boots, the leader in Western footwear, to develop a collection that has a little bit of me in each and every detail. We poured our hearts and our souls into creating Reba by Justin, and we're so excited to share these with you. Reba by Justin was built by women for women. I hope you love them as much as I do. So please visit rebabyjustin.com right now to purchase yourself a pair.
I want to talk about Brie Larson because I saw a headline.
Another cuspy them.
No, Brie Larson
Reba's a them, but Brie Larson, I don't know.
Reba's a them, but Reba was spoken about on Who Weekly this week because it was a case of mistaken identity, you know?
Yeah,
You're
where
falling
people
for the
thought
fake
she
Reba.
was a who selling CBD gummies, which I do think Reba could, in the near future, be selling weed products, but not currently.
Well, she has a lot of work to do. She knows she's doing a new show.
I heard.
Her new show that has the most.
Single mom. She's a single mom, works 2 jobs.
She's a single mom who works 2 jobs, and she also owns a diner. It's one of the funniest, like, early 90s log lines for a sitcom I've ever heard. Listen to this. It says, Reba inherits her name is Reba. Reba, she will never play a character that's not Reba.
Reba.
Reba inherits her father's restaurant and is less than thrilled to
So
discover she has a new
confusing.
business partner in the half-sister she barely knew she had. She
But
never
she's
knew
not
she had.
Reba McEntire. She's like a woman named Reba.
Can you look, when you say, oh, with the classic joke, you look at Jessica Biel's face, that woman's seen an iPhone. When you look at Reba McEntire's face, that woman's
you
Reba.
Think Reba. That woman's name is Reba.
She cannot
but
play
she's
a woman
not
who isn't
a
Reba.
single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her
Sure.
kids and never stops in this.
Well, she might be. We just don't know.
Oh, I guess we don't know what her status is.
We don't
But
know
she's
his
still a
status.
survivor.
We just know that she owns an inn. And I'm sure if she has kids, she loves them and never stops. So anyway, back to Brie Larson, who is larsoning still. In case you didn't know, Lindsay, this is actually news for you. There's a new Switch game that actually looks kind of good and like a game you might enjoy called Princess Peach Showtime.
You've been actually telling me about this game for a long time to the point where I thought it was already out. And it's actually not out.
It's not out yet, but I think you might like it based on what I've seen.
Well, if Brie Larson likes it, then maybe
That's
I will like
what
it.
I was going to say. Now I know for sure you'll like it because Brie Larson loves it.
She's been around my whole life. I've grown up with Peach.
Yes, Brie Larson has the attention span for video games that it appears I have, which is low. Brie Larson is out here not playing Lady Gaga Fortnite. She's not out here saying Alan
casual
Wake
gamer.
or whatever it's called, Alan Wake. She's out here saying Princess Peach is my girl. I will be playing this game. Well, she's doing Spawn for it.
She's
literally doing sponsored content for it.
But the Spawn has shown up in kind of a glossy place. The Spawn is on the Hollywood Reporter. So
Well,
she
the
got
girl's
like a
been
Hollywood
at every
Reporter
single
story.
award show. I'm telling you, she's showing out at every award show. I just saw her. I saw her at SAG.
Was she at SAGs?
Yeah, I think she was at Independent Spirit. I think
'Cause
she was at.
she was in the new Apple show Lessons in Chemistry. So she is worked, like she's working. And she's getting
she's
acclaim.
booked and busy. She's booked and busy.
But she's also still behaving like a who in that she is speaking to the Hollywood Reporter about her love of video games. The actress was on hand to discuss Nintendo's upcoming Princess Peach focused game.
Some of the actress's earliest memories are playing games like The Little Mermaid. That's a great game, actually. The original Super Mario and Duck Hunt. Despite not understanding how Nintendo mechanisms really worked at that time, the game sparked her. Wait, I'm sorry. Despite not understanding how Nintendo mechanisms really worked, was that a thing that we? Is that?
I think she's probably talking about. Okay, the Duck
real
Hunt gun.
gamers
the
know
Duck
how
Hunt gun is one of the
Nintendo
most
works?
sophisticated pieces of technology ever devised. You know that's true. How did that thing work?
But it's just funny. It's like she's like, well, despite unlike other big gamers, she doesn't know how Nintendo works. It's like, what? Why do you have to talk about her like that?
Quote, "It's never gotten old for me," she said, comma, adding of Peach. Quote,
Adding of
it's,
Peach.
It's just amazing when you have a character that you've grown up with your whole life and to be like, wow, I'm still so into this.
So into this. I just liked the part where she said, it's great to join in her journey. It's amazing to talk about Princess Peach like she's like a character you're playing and like in a biopic, like she's like Rosa Parks or something. It's great to join in her journey. I've just loved her my whole life. So to see her have this standalone game and to not just have that, but all these different facets and these different characters in her own gameplay, it's just a thrill.
She's not real.
Okay.
She's not
okay,
real.
So it's literally a feminist issue. No. This is about women. Don't dismiss it.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
because Peach
I'm sorry.
can be
I'm
a
apologizing.
ninja.
I'm apologizing.
Peach now can be a pastry chef, a ninja. Okay, I'm sorry. She could be a pastry chef, a ninja, a cowgirl, sword fighter, mermaid, ice skater.
That's what I'm telling you. I think you would like the game.
Pastry
It's
chef?
feminist. Yeah.
Pastry chef.
In
Okay,
one
fine.
of the clips, she's like putting icing on a cake.
Oh my god, the villain is named Grape. Okay, I gotta play this game. I'm so excited. This is the most exciting thing since they made Pauline the mayor of Mario Town. What was the mayor? What was she the mayor of?
New Donk City.
New Donk City. They said women can be the mayor of New
You
Donk
know they
City.
added Pauline to Mario Kart. You can now drive her around in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I
It's brand
fucking
new.
love Mayor Pauline. I don't know why we're not calling her Mayor Pauline, but
She's
she is
great.
the mayor of New
It's
Donk
disrespectful
City.
to her. She has a title.
I would play a whole game about where I was Pauline and I had to be the mayor of a city.
It's an incredible level in that game when you're Pauline or
Yeah,
playing
you're
Pauline's
literally
level.
Pauline. No, Pauline's incredible, and you're like, oh, I can't believe the mayor of this town is a
so
woman. How is
big.
she's barely
She's a
holding
big,
it together?
She's a big woman. She's a big.
Well, she's
human
also
woman.
performing at City Hall. It's giving Eric Adams. She's like, oh, I'm the mayor, and then you have to watch her cabaret show. It's kind of like, what are you doing? Not to dismiss her skill.
You
but
have to watch
it is kind of
Pauline's
like,
Mad
what are you
Cat
doing?
medleys.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, isn't there other things you could be doing in this city? Like, is there, crime?
I feel like there's probably less corruption in New Donk City than there is elsewhere.
You'd be, I don't know. It was kind of shady, and there's a lot of infrastructure issues there in New Donk City when I was.
People are
playing the game.
constantly
Maybe not
destroying all of the
you.
bricks that that build buildings.
I am as Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New Donk City Festival, a celebration of the history of our city. And now, to get things started, her honor, Mayor Pauline.
Here we go, off the rails. You know it's time to raise our sails.
Can we move on?
Taylor Zakhar Perez recalls creepy fan encounter at SAG Awards 2024. Quote, followed me to China, then followed me back home. And this is sort of a bad headline. The fan encounter didn't happen at SAG Awards. It happened before SAG Awards, but he was on the red carpet for the SAG Awards, and someone said, well, it was Lonnie Love, goes, what was your wildest fan encounter? And he goes,
I understood that.
Somebody followed me to China and then followed me back home. So that
Were
was
you
interesting.
confused by this?
Yeah, this was wild.
Okay.
I'd say that's wild. Initially, and then when I read it, I wasn't.
It's a little
bit
sloppy, but it's not like unclear.
Well, I'm a fan of you and your wonderful movie, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I mean, the fans loved that movie. What's been your wildest fan encounter?
My wildest fan encounter? Somebody followed me to China and then followed me back home. So that was interesting.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was wild. I'd say that's wild.
But you were okay, though.
Yeah, she was great.
I love it.
Taking it easy. Taking it easy.
I'll follow you anywhere, too, okay?
Well, what I love about this is that he said this to Lonnie Love, who was sort of like, okay, there's the churn. Lonnie Love has to go on to the next celebrity, the next celebrity, the next celebrity. She can't really ask a lot of follow-up questions, but you know who can? People.com. And People.com did reach out to Taylor Zakhar Perez and say, hey, can you tell me more about the fan who followed you to China and then followed him back home? And did not respond. They did not respond. So we don't know any other details.
Representatives for the actor did not immediately respond to people's request for comment.
People said, tell me more about the fan.
I watched one season of Ted Lasso and then gave up because why? But I just didn't know that there was an actor named Phil Dunster.
Yeah.
Isn't the dad from Modern Family named Phil Dunphy?
Dunphy.
Like, that's
Yeah.
the same guy.
Who's them
Your
here?
name
Phil
can't be
Dunster or Phil Dunphy?
Dunster. I feel like Phil Dunphy.
Yeah,
Dunphy is
probably
them here.
Yeah.
Phil Dunster. Philip James
He was the one
Dunster.
who used to date. God, I don't remember Ted Lasso. He's the lad.
Juno.
Who's the young
Juno.
football hunk who was dating
Temple.
Juno Temple. He's not like the curmudgeon. He's like the younger
reason why his
hotshot.
name came up, he was the reason why they are even interested in Taylor Zakhar Perez at the SAG Awards is because he was the ambassador. He was one of two of the year's ambassadors for the Actors Guild, along with Ted Lasso's Phil Dunster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Phil Dunster. Is that kind of like the SAG representative? Is that kind of like the Mr. and Mrs. Golden Globes?
That's what I assume, yes.
Like younger up and coming actor. I don't know. I don't really get the SAGs, but I heard they were good. I didn't watch.
It's an age-old question. Where does the character end and the actor begin?
Well, as we've just seen, Meryl and Miranda Priestley are sort of like twins. Right?
I don't think I'm anything like Miranda Priestley.
No. That wasn't a question. Please, do the honors.
By all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me.
Okay.
Jack Harlow won't reveal his little dog's name, ... I respect her privacy.
I think Jack Harlow, despite having like a #1 single or something, depending on who you ask, was them ascendant and then like kind of fell back to who? To me, kind of.
That's how I feel too.
Though despite I think still being used by the media and thems as like as like child bait. Okay, I don't mean that. As like bait for like young people. That's more what I meant. Like cool bait. Like almost like this cool guy. But I'm kind of like, is he even a thing anymore? We don't even talk about him. We don't even talk about him. Are kids talking about him?
I can't speak to that.
I know he has a new song that people.
That's literally number one.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down.
I know, but I don't know it.
No.
He won't give his dog's name, and it's pretty funny because TMZ wrote about it, and then everyone else wrote about it, and I guess it's funny. I'm not sure. I guess I put it in here, so I thought it was funny.
Well, TMZ is the one who does the work. They're the ones who get the weird, uncomfortable videos with the celebrities and are sort of shameless and ask them what the dog's name is. And I think celebrities also have a little more fun with TMZ. They have a little more fun giving them silly answers like, I'm not going to give you the name because I respect the dog's privacy.
Well, they got him out walking the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's walking the dog, and they said, we shot the breeze with JH in Bev Hills. Okay. We shot the breeze with JH in Bev Hills this week as the Kentucky-born rapper's hit is killing the charts. His Lovin' On Me smash returned to number one for the 6th time this week, and Jack humbly tells us he is currently the act to beat in the rap game.
Is this Jack? How you doing? You just walking your dog out here?
You scared me.
I'm sorry. It's good to see you, man. I love this. You're just casually going for a walk with the dog. Can I ask? Do you feel like you're like the head of the rap game right now?
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah? What's next for you?
Probably go inside, get something to eat.
Get something to eat. Okay.
I gotta run off. She's getting anxious.
Yeah. Can I ask what your dog's name is?
I should keep her name a secret. Actually.
Why?
Because I just want her to have her privacy, you know?
Okay. We're doing drip checks at TMZ. Can I get a quick little drip check?
I got some New Balance on.
New Balance?
I gotta run. It's
All
nice
right.
to see you.
Jack, what a pleasure. This is fantastic.
Jack's clearly not running from the limelight, but when we asked his dog's name, he refused to give it to us out of respect for her privacy. Oh, here's the thing about this story. It made me realize, or actually, I don't know, I got here in a roundabout way, but the point is Jack Harlow was born in the month of March. And I think it was successful last month to do a beginning of the month famous birthdays quiz. So I made you
It was successful?
It was a little successful.
Based on who's...
I had a good time. When I finished it, I said, I think that was a success.
Sure.
So I prepared you a normal-sized quiz about celebrity birthdays in the month of March based on our favorite website, famousbirthdays.com. It's called who'smorefamousbirthdays.com. Okay? So let's start with March 1st. Who'smorefamousbirthdays.com, Lupita Nyong'o or Kesha?
Kesha.
Correct. She's 5, Lupita's 16. March 2nd. Who'smorefamousbirthdays.com, Becky G or Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi.
Wrong. Becky G is more famousbirthdays.com than John Bon Jovi. Okay. Follow-up question, though, also on March 2nd. Who's more famousbirthdays.com, Dr. Seuss or Bryce Dallas Howard?
The doctor himself?
Correct. Okay. Now, finally, who's more famousbirthdays.com, Becky G or Dr. Seuss?
Oh, my God. Becky G.
It's Becky G. She's number 2. Okay, great.
Okay,
Number 1 is a YouTube star I've never heard of. We're on March 3rd. Who is more famousbirthdays.com, Camila Cabello or Julie Bowen? Speaking of Modern
Camila
Family.
Cabello.
Correct. She's actually the number 1, famousbirthdays.com on March 3rd. Good for her.
Huge.
Okay. Who's more famousbirthdays.com, K. Michelle or Brooklyn Beckham?
Brooklyn Beckham.
Correct. They're actually pretty close because he's number 7 and she's number 11. Now we're on March 6th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com, Harriet Tubman or Alaska 5000?
Harriet Tubman.
Correct. Who's more famousbirthdays.com, Harriet Tubman or Shaquille O'Neal?
Harriet Tubman.
Correct. Who's more famousbirthdays.com, Harriet Tubman or Tyler the Creator?
Damn it. Harriet Tubman.
No, Tyler the Creator is the number 1 most
Damn.
famousbirthdays.com on March 6th. Harriet Tubman is number 4. I don't know the two people between them. They're Instagram stars. Okay. Who's more famousbirthdays.com, Wanda Sykes or Rachel Weisz? They're really close.
Wanda Sykes.
Correct. Who's more famous birthdays.com? Laura Prepon or Amanda Gorman?
Laura Prepon.
Wow, correct. Finally, who's more famous birthdays.com? Haley Lou Richardson or Bryan Cranston?
Oh my God.
They're
Bryan
close.
Cranston?
Oh, wow, correct. You're doing really well in this game. You're very good
know.
about famousbirthdays.com. Okay, who's more famousbirthdays.com? Oscar Isaac or Bow Wow?
Oscar Isaac.
Incorrect. It's Bow Wow. He's number 5. Oscar's number 14.
Crazy.
Okay,
Wrong.
we're on March 10th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Malika
only on the
Hawk
10th?
or John Hamm?
John Hamm.
Malika Hawk. More famous than John Hamm. Okay. March
Famousbirthdays.com.
12th.
More famousbirthdays.com.
Than John Hamm. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? James Taylor or Mitt Romney? They're right next to each other.
James Taylor.
Correct. 34 and 35. March 13th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? This is Jack Harlow's birthday. He's number 1 of the day, okay? Spoiler, he's number 1 of the day. Who is more famousbirthdays.com? William H. Macy or Common?
Common.
William H. Macy. Blew my mind.
Wow.
Who's
that's
more
huge.
famousbirthdays.com? Tristan Thompson or William H. Macy?
Tristan Thompson.
Correct. Okay. March 14th. This is a multi-part question. Who is more famousbirthdays.com? Ansel Elgort or Simone Biles?
Simone Biles.
Correct. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Kaylin Lowry or Quincy Jones?
Kaylin Lowry.
Correct.
Caitlin
Okay.
Lowry.
These are weird. March 14th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Albert Einstein or Krishan Rock?
I mean, I know it's going to be Krishan Rock. Because she's everywhere.
You're correct.
I've seen the news.
It's 2 and 3. It's Steph Curry, Krishan Rock, Albert Einstein, Simone
then
Biles.
Albert Einstein.
And
Okay,
then
well.
Simone Biles. March 15th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Ruth Bader Ginsburg or Mark Hoppus?
So rude. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Correct. March 16th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Alexander Daddario or Lauren Graham? They're right next to each other.
Lauren Graham.
Alexander Daddario is more famousbirthdays.com. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? We're going to skip March 17th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Adam Levine or Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah.
Wrong. Adam Levine. 2 ahead, actually, of Queen Latifah.
Wow.
March 20th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Barron Trump or Ruby Rose with a Y?
Ruby Rose with a Y.
Wrong. They're 4 and 6. Barron's number 4. March
No.
21st. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Scott Eastwood or Johann Sebastian Bach?
Bach.
Scott Eastwood. He's 14.
No!
Bach, fucking loser at 19, okay?
Not fucking loser.
Who's
Bach.
more famousbirthdays.com? Reese Witherspoon or Tyler Oakley?
Reese Witherspoon.
Correct. I was like, she better be fucking more famous than Tyler Oakley. Yes, she's number 2. Number 1 is a Instagram star named Merrick, who's 18 years old. March 24th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? I love this one. Harry Houdini or Ethel Cain?
Harry Houdini.
Correct. My follow-up question to you is just a hypothetical. Do you think that Houdini rose after the Dua Lipa song came out?
No.
No? I feel
It's
like more
not a
people were
good
Googling
song.
him. But were people Googling him?
Oh, like Rose in ranking.
Rose in
I thought
ranking.
you meant Rose from the
No,
dead.
no. Rose in famousbirthdays.com ranking.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. People were like, who's Houdini? Who's she talking about?
Exactly. That's what I think too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
March 25th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Elton John or Aretha Franklin?
Oh, okay. Actually, Aretha Franklin.
They're 1 and 5. Elton's number 1.
Wow.
March 26th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Danielle Bregoli or Jonathan Groff?
I'm going to say Bad Baby.
Yes, they're 7 and 8, respectively. March 27th. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? This is so difficult. Jessie J or Fergie?
Oh, Fergie.
Jessie J is 7. Fergie's number 8. Okay. Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Reba McEntire or Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
Yes, she's number 1, and Reba, loser ass, number 11. Maybe if she sold
What?
CBD gummies, she'd be higher up.
She just sang the national anthem, but I guess Lady Gaga literally is the inventor of Fortnite right now. So, yeah, famous birthdays is an art, not a science.
Who's more famousbirthdays.com? Norah Jones or Vincent van Gogh?
Vincent van Gogh.
Yes, you're correct. It's Vincent van Gogh. And finally, who's more famousbirthdays.com? Jack Antonoff or Ewan McGregor, March 31st?
Jack Antonoff.
By one. By one. Okay, thank you for indulging me. I just thought that was fun. I love going through the month. That makes me feel good.
You love famousbirthdays.com.
I really do.
You love famousbirthdays.com. It absolutely makes no sense. It
makes no sense. But sometimes it makes sense, and you go, oh, that makes sense.
Reading an ancient scroll. No, it's like reading an ancient scroll. There's no, I mean, what I would give to see the algorithm there. And honestly, it might not even be an algorithm. That's what we don't know. We don't even know.
We have no idea. It could
like
be
a guy could
be
be going in there every day and moving them around. I don't know.
There are only 365 days. It'd probably just take like a few hours of work every day to go through them.
And move them around.
Just drag them around based on
your
own
on
personal
how you're
preference.
Feeling.
Yeah.
You
it's
never
like, no,
know.
Lady Gaga is more famous than Reba today.
You truly never know. Like, we're just trusting this. We're just blindly trusting this ranking as if it is, as if it is science.
I'm just trusting it as something that gives me pleasure and joy. Every time I look at it, I'm happy.
Hi, I'm Hutch. I'm here with Famous Birthdays, and today we're playing Guess Their Age.
Hello, everybody. My name is Fabio Capri, and today we're on Famous Birthdays playing Guess Their Age.
Hi, I'm Carter.
Hi, I'm Ariel.
And we're at Famous Birthdays today to play Guess Their Age.
Hi, I'm Mila Jolene.
And I'm Clementine Leia, and today we're at Famous Birthdays.
And we're gonna play Guess Your Age.
Hi, I'm Madeline McGraw.
And I'm Landon Gordon.
And we're at Famous Birthdays playing Guess Their Age.
I want to be famous.
I slept in a terrible bed at one of our dates this story. I won't reveal where it was because I don't want to be super rude, but the bed was absolutely horrendous. Big dip in the middle. I was always like rolling into the center. It was so bad. My back hurt so bad when I woke up. And guess what? When I got home, my favorite part of being home was getting in bed.
Yeah, you were like back into my mattress.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's a real bed that was chosen for me based on a quiz, the Helix quiz.
Right. And sometimes when people use my mattress, they're like, that's a little soft. And I'm like, yeah, it's made for me, not for you.
For you.
Which actually even drives home the fact that it's so made for me. You know what I mean? I kind of relish in the fact. I mean, I don't want my friends to be uncomfortable, but I'm like, I kind of am like celebrating the fact that it's like for my body, not for yours.
Mm-hmm. I just sleep so much better on my own mattress than literally any other mattress. And that's because Helix mattresses rock. I wake up, my back doesn't hurt. I wake up, I don't have night sweats. I wake up and I'm thrilled. I wake up and I say, I love you, Helix.
That's
so
incredible.
If you want to experience the joy that I experience every
time I
get in bed,
the
and
satisfaction,
every time I get out of bed, you should go to helixsleep.com/who because you will get 25% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with any mattress purchase. Plus, get a free bedding bundle, which includes 2 dream pillows, a sheet set, and a mattress protector with any Luxe or Elite mattress order at helixsleep.com/who. That's helixsleep.com/who.
Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of Here's Where It Gets Interesting. Each week I speak with authors, experts, and thought leaders on everything from American history and democracy to how to be a better person on the internet. And don't miss my extremely popular docuseries, which educate you on things you never learned in history class. Follow and listen to Here's Where It Gets Interesting on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Can't imagine it any other way. Whoweekly.us is a Squarespace. It will always be a Squarespace. We love our Squarespace.
Even if they said no more advertising on this podcast, we would still have it be a Squarespace because honestly, it's just the easiest, sanest way to have a website on the internet at this point.
Yeah. I really can't think of another option.
No, I wouldn't even know how to do another option at this point. It's like it is a perfect way. I know they have all the features I need. If there's a new feature that I need somehow in the future, I know that they're going to have it. Mm-hmm. Let's say there's something we need to do on this website that I can't even think of right now. I know that in the future
technology advances,
that they will have our back.
I trust that Squarespace will keep up.
Well, because right now it's like, we have our tour dates that we're able to change on a whim, which we need to. But Squarespace does plenty of other things. They've got, you could do a course, you could host a course, you could do analytics, you could do email campaigns, you can take payments, you can sell stuff. I mean, it's like
sell stuff
we could do whatever we wanted on Squarespace, and I am actually comforted knowing that I could do that in the future.
Yeah.
So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/who and save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. That's 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
I want to be famous.
Ken Leung thought he'd be blue coming into Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I love this.
Is Avatar: The Last Airbender not Avatar?
No, it's different.
That's confusing.
It predates James Cameron's Avatar too.
Not to be rude, but I know that we're making this a lull about him being blue or not, but I think what it really is him thinking, oh, I'm going to get an Avatar paycheck. And then it was like, oh, no, sweetie, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender, so we're actually not giving you James Cameron money.
It's actually different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure this Avatar paycheck was pretty good.
Okay, I'm sure it's pretty good, but it's not James Cameron Avatar. I'm just saying, like, you're like, I want to be blue for a reason. You're not just like, I want to be blue because Avatar is iconic. You want to be blue because it's fucking...
Would you actually, knowing how grueling the shooting schedule is and how much work it is and how much you have to hold your breath underwater and the fact that you shoot for like years and you don't even see the fruits of your labor for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Would you rather be blue or not blue?
Oh, I'd rather be blue.
You'd rather be blue still?
But I'm not going to be blue like what's his face, the main guy, because I do feel like that blue has taken over that guy's career in a way. But I would be blue like Kate Winslet blue. Like I'm popping in.
Oh, you dip into the blue. You'd had temporary face paint.
You weren't expecting me to be here, but I, in fact, can hold my breath for 45 minutes.
I think Sam Worthington is blue now.
He just is blue.
He's fully blue.
Unfortunately,
Ken Leung didn't have to be blue because he was going into the live action version of the Nickelodeon series that's not about blue people.
In a way, it is kind of slay to beat Sam Worthington because you kind of don't have to do anything else. You're like, all right, well, like, let me just set my watch for the next time James Cameron calls and I have to go blue. And I'll just be out here, like, being rich and doing whatever I want. I don't have to be working.
But sometimes he does do other stuff, and that's what confuses me and makes me sad. It's like, Sam, you don't have to do this.
Well, he's
just
like,
stay in the pool.
Well... That would be funny if he just stayed in there the whole
just
time.
Stay
James
in the
Cameron's
pool.
like, it's actually too expensive to drain this thing, so we're just going to keep you in here. And actually, we're going to keep you covered in the balls because, again, it's just really expensive to have to, take things apart and put them back together.
I was watching, because, I'm playing the Avatar game on PlayStation, and I was, like, refreshing myself with some of the movie. And so
the true heads know.
Yeah, the patrons know. And I, like, watched a clip from The Way of Water on the TV.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, this movie looks incredible. And I'd kind of forgotten like the result of all those blue balls, all the water balls and all of the underwater training.
As somebody who watched it in 4X and like literally almost threw up the entire movie to kind of remember the experience of the movie being good. But I do remember at points when I wasn't throwing up, being like, wow,
It's an amazing looking movie.
Yeah. When I wasn't puking, I said, wow, James Cameron, he really figured it out.
So beyond Avatar, I was looking up to see because Ken Leung has been in, he's very like character actor who, because he's been in 1,000 million things. And depending on like what you've seen, you'd be like, oh, the guy from Lost.
Yeah,
oh, the guy
from the bad guy.
Yes, he's a good bad guy. His first movie was Welcome to the Dollhouse, which I love. But his last movie, if he couldn't be more interesting, if you thought he couldn't be more interesting, his next movie that comes out this year is Joker Folie à Deux, and his character is TBA.
I'm surprised you want to leave.
Sorry?
It's just weird, after all that time you spent trying to get back here.
What do you mean, get back here?
What do I mean?
Will you share the story about Ann-Margret?
Ann-Margret says speed keeps her going at age 82, not the drug. Exclusive. The actress and singer accepted the Living Legend Award at the Women's Image Network 25th Women's Image Awards on Wednesday. There are a lot of awards this year. There's
and we're
a lot
really
of awards
knee
this
deep
year.
in awards season right now because it's like the Indie Spirits and the SAGs just happened, I feel like within 24
Ann-Margret
hours.
says speed keeps her going, not the drug. No one thought that Ann-Margret at age 82 was doing speed, but like I don't think she would have made it to 82 if speed was the drug. The drug is like Lipitor. You know,
if speed kept her going, she wouldn't be 82. You're right.
I'm saying like you wouldn't have made it to 82. Instead, what's keeping her going is motorcycles, which I guess is equally dangerous as speed in a way, you could say, you know?
The line I like in this is, it goes, she means actual miles per hour. The avid motorcyclist says she, quote, of course still rides her Harley Davidson.
Of course.
Of course.
82-year-old Ann-Margret still hopping on her Harley Davidson and tooting around town. I love that for her.
I'll never be on one. I'll never get on one.
Big time. I'm gonna make the scene where all the lights are green. I want my hair to fly when I'm on my machine.
Speaking of a death wish, Jade Thirwall from Little Mix
Oh my God.
passed a driver's test.
How does Jade Thirwall always come up? Jade
Because
Thirwall's always
little
out and about.
little mixers are always letting us know what Jade Thirwall's up to.
They do. They love updating us on Jade Thirwall.
And I was happy because when I was reading this article about Jade Thirwall in the mirror passing her driver's test, she posted a pic of her celebrating the driver's test. She's like next
It's really
to the
funny.
car.
She's like next to the car. Yeah.
And she's holding like her little like, I did it, you know. I don't she's 31, so it did take her a little bit to get there.
Yeah.
But she was busy little mixing, you know? I love Little Mix. But what was funny was people in the comments were trolling her because, and this is great because I was also learning about traffic rules in the UK.
Oh, yeah, we need to know. We need to know them.
The photo shows Jade is seen. Okay, well, that's weird. The photo shows Jade is seen next to a car parked on a double yellow line on the side of the road. It's a known rule of driving that you should not stop at any time on a double yellow line unless you display a blue disability badge. The blunder could hold a fixed penalty notice of £70, which could be half price if you pay within 14 days.
If Jade Thirwall gets a citation in the mail for the driver's permit photo that she posted.
This is like when I got my driver's license and I immediately went home and popped the tire. Do you know? I already told you this. I told you this once.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
I got my driver's license. I drove home and then my dad was like, oh, do you want to go for like a ride or like go for a drive? And I was like, yeah. And like my friend came over and got in the car and I backed out of the driveway and popped the tire on the curb.
What did you hit?
Immediately. The curb.
Oh.
The curb. The curb. It was a sharp curb to get the tire. Yeah, and then I didn't really get into any other accidents for a long time. That was really kind of... Oh, I kept popping tires. I remember I would always get yelled at for popping tires.
That's so interesting. So you're
I
just
hit a lot of
driving
curbs.
against the curb a lot?
I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, for a while, I was kind of hitting curbs a lot with the car.
I never popped a tire. I got into a couple car accidents, but none of them were my fault. None
I
of
just
them.
remember quite a few times I'd be like, I'll pay for it. And then being like, where am I going to get $100? The tires were expensive. The photo shows Jade is seen next to a car parked on a double line on the side of the road. It's a known rule of driving. You should not stop at any time on a double yellow line.
Yes.
To be fair, she just got her license. So they probably were like, okay, we can stop and take a
Also,
picture.
exactly. She was doing this because her instructor told her it was okay.
The exciting driving test news comes after Jade transformed into a Bratz doll for her birthday celebrations. The impressive look included eye makeup that made her eyes look bigger, pink lipstick, and a lot of highlighter and blush. She also rocked a black wig with straight fringe, which she covered with a beanie. The singer wore a white shirt with glittery angel printed on the chest. Jade shared the collage of her endless poses and with fans and told them, in a Bratzy Y2K mood for my early birthday party look. Jade's Y2K party.
How's the Americans got on with your Geordie accents?
Oh, it's getting better, isn't it?
It's all right.
We have to like
Yeah.
slow down when we speak, say with T's and, you know, make sure we don't sound too Geordie.
How slow do you talk? How slow do you talk?
I'll just be like, hi. Oh, I can't do it. Someone else.
She goes, this is the thing, she goes, hi, I'm Jade. And they go, Jade. Jade. They call her Jade.
Jade? No,
She's
no,
like,
Jade.
Jade? She's going, Jade. I'm Jade. And then they get it. They haven't got a clue what she's saying.
Kelly Ripa's nutritionist breaks down what she eats in a typical day. We don't need this again. We've already done this before.
Well, that's what I was laughing at. Not because I give a shit what Kelly Ripa eats, but I was laughing because Miss Kelly Chewing Food Ripa, whose video has been taken off the internet.
It's been taken off YouTube, but it still exists on Facebook because I did watch the full thing again.
But I think it caused such a stir that they took it off the YouTube. She was like, "This makes me look insane."
I watched it again, and it's like kind of more upsetting than I even remembered it was.
It's really upsetting. It's really because she's like, "I can't before I get on camera. I can't have chewing food." Is that what it is?
That's what it is. And the alarming thing about it isn't necessarily what her diet is. Like I'll try not to pass judgment on what her diet is. Not for me to judge. But what's so uncomfortable about the video is not necessarily what she's saying she's eating. It's her palpable discomfort. She's so uncomfortable explaining it. She's so defensive about it.
She knows that
she knows it
doing
sounds
it,
crazy.
right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
She knows it sounds very, very weird. And she knows that people are going to troll her for it. So she's extremely defensive of it.
I'm finding it very sus that celebrity nutritionist, I'm not going to say his name, is going to E! News and being like, here's an exclusive on what Kelly Ripa eats every day.
He's selling
we
his
haven't
own supplements.
Been here.
That's what the story
obviously.
is.
No, obviously, but I mean that she would be okay with that. Like she, and actually this is interesting because I do feel like there's this trend on TikTok now where there are people lying about being, the celebrity fitness to this person or because they're not really checked.
Yeah.
And sometimes celebs will comment and be like, I never knew you a day in my life.
Yep.
I never knew you a day in my life.
It's like 3/4 of TikTok now. It's people pretending to be someone who's in a viral video. And then that goes viral.
And because the Morning Star doesn't like to eat before she goes on air, he says she'll wait until afterwards to have her snack consisting of a green apple, a few tablespoons of almond butter, and a teaspoon of cinnamon that she mixes into a porridge-like consistency. Okay?
That's from the Harper's video.
Right.
I was looking up the way when this was posted because I was like, God, this feels like it was forever ago. And indeed it was. Have you seen that video? It was crazy. And indeed it was. March 26th, 2020 was when Harper's posted that video. Isn't that a cursed fucking era?
We were in the depth of despair when this video came out.
Like, she filmed this video, I bet, probably like the week before lockdown.
Yeah, she
and it was locked
said,
and loaded.
Everything's going to be fine. I'll definitely do a video. I'll let you know what I eat every day. That's no problem. Everything seems like it's going to be fine. Everyone's going to be healthy. This is healthiness. This is healthy.
There's a part at the end of the video where after she's talked about how she doesn't do cheat days because she feels that cheat days lead to cheat lifestyles. She's like, which is like, sick. Oh my God.
Our kids get very grossed out by us in general, but especially when we're eating, they are sickened by us. And I'm not sure why that is, but they are disgusted by our eating. They make fun of my eating a lot.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Well, you have a very interesting way of eating food.
In what way?
Well, you eat normal food normally, but every now and then, if there's something that could be used with your fingers, you'll go in and first of all, you put the plate in front of me, and then you'll go in and grab it, and then you stick all three fingers, the tips of all three fingers, into your mouth, like that. And then I'll move the plate back over here, and then you'll move it over in front of me, and you'll reach and grab, and you'll stick all.
I want to be famous.
Love my CB distillery. It helps me sleep. I love my they're called gummies. They have gummies and gummies. The gummies don't quite put me to sleep, but the gummies do put me to sleep. And I take them most nights, to be honest.
You do. I know you do because you tell me about it every time. You're like, well, that worked. And for Bobby, nothing seems to be working. So this is an incredible breakthrough for you.
Genuinely a huge breakthrough for me. CB Distillery's targeted formulations are made from the highest quality, clean ingredients. No fluff, no fillers, just pure, effective CBD solutions designed to help support your health. In 2 non-clinical surveys, 81% of customers experienced more calm, 80% said CBD helped with pain after physical activity, and an impressive 90% among them, myself, said they slept better with CBD. So if you struggle with a health concern and haven't found relief, make the change like I did to CB Distillery. And with over 2 million customers and a solid 100% money-back guarantee, CB Distillery is the source to trust. We have a 20% discount code to get you started. Visit cbdistillery.com and use code WHO for 20% off. That's cbdistillery.com, code WHO. cbdistillery.com. We saw one of Broadway's biggest shows, thanks to Today Ticks. Together, we sat in the second row at Book of Mormon.
It was so fun to see Book
really
of
was
Mormon.
fun.
And not only was it fun to see Book of Mormon, obviously great show on Broadway, it was so easy to get the tickets to Book of Mormon in the Today Tix app. I got the seats that I wanted. I knew exactly where I was sitting. And then a few days before, they gave me the tickets and I sent them to each of our friends. So we each had our own little ticket. We found the show. We picked our seats. We checked out in just a few taps. It was incredible.
And you know what? I'd never seen the Book of Mormon before, and I kind of barely knew what it was about. And I had a blast.
The music
we
is
were
great.
right there. The music is fantastic.
And when I bought those tickets, I don't want to tell you, but I got a little bonus because Today Tix has an exciting rewards program where you can unlock perks like exclusive prices, early access to pre-sales, free seat upgrades, and more by just joining for free and becoming a member. The more shows you see, the more you earn.
I know. I'm going to use Today Tix to buy rush tickets to Sunset Boulevard soon before Nicole leaves.
Oh,
yeah.
are you?
It's-
Are you
I just
now?
have to see it. I have to join the club.
Well, go see the Book of Mormon. Go see Sunset Boulevard. All you have to do is download the Daytix app. That's TODAYTIX. And use the promo code WHO to get $20 off your first purchase. That's $20 off. You and I love to see when I'm shopping for gifts for the holidays and I'm online, I'm doing my normal shopping, I'm going through all the stores, and I see that little pop up and it says, here's your cashback offer from Rakuten. And I say, all right. And I click that button. And I know that whenever I buy something from that website for the holidays, I will be getting money back into my pocket. That's incredible.
Yeah. And yes, it's gift giving season. We're approaching gift giving season. I might be heading up to like wine.com or like Best Buy to get some gifts for people. But
eBay, Real, Urban Outfitters, Sephora.
Recently, I was on Zappos buying a new pair of shoes for myself. And I saw, I think it was a 10% cash back that I wasn't even expecting with the pair of shoes that I bought. And I was like, that's a slay. Because it's very easy to get that cash. It's like real money. It's not hard to get that money. They just transfer it into your PayPal account.
No,
if
it's
you
not
want
hard.
it.
It's not hard.
Rakuten is the best way to save lots of money this holiday season because you can stack holiday sales and deals on top of cashback to maximize your savings at over 3,500 stores. That's called maximizing your joint sleigh. Stores will be at the highest cashback rates of the year, all the way up to 15% cashback at some of your favorite brands through the holiday season. Here's how it works. You go to your favorite stores, like we said, it's like Best Buy, Nike, Zappos, etc. And those stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten passes on a part of that money to members via PayPal or check. You get the cash back at hundreds of stores across every single category, including fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, and so much more. They also find you the best deals, sales, and coupons. They do the work of searching for coupon codes so you can save time and money. Plus, membership is free and it's easy to sign up. Join the 17 million members who are already saving. Start all of your holiday shopping at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cash back really adds up.
I want to be famous.
God, the news today, this episode is full of people that... Jon Gosselin on where he stands with ex-Kate and when he plans to marry girlfriend Stephanie Lebo, exclusive. Why are we still, like, keeping tabs on Jon Gosselin? Do you know what I mean? Is Jon and Kate plus 8 that iconic of a show?
I don't
where
think so.
We are... Because I get that it was one thing when everyone was like, Jon Gosselin's a DJ now. That's like interesting. Let's talk about it. That I understood. It was interesting. And he was DJing like Pittsburgh. And that is funny to me that he was kind of doing just like so many local gigs, which was funny. This seems very... ET Online is kind of like, we're getting an exclusive with Jon Gosselin and we're proud of it. And we're doing it because Jon Gosselin went to a weight loss, speaking of unauthorized health people, exclusives, he went to a ultrasound therapy for weight loss wellness expert person after meeting him at somewhere. Where does it say? He says where he met him. He's like, I met him at Sundance or something. Yeah, Jon admitted he's been very wary in the past of popular fad diets and weight loss trends, but says the combination of seeing girlfriend Stephanie have success with Ozempic and meeting Holtz at Sundance and hearing about his therapies, he was willing to give it a shot in order to improve his health and gain some confidence. I heard about this guy and now I am giving you an exclusive interview because I want to do this for free. So now I'm going to talk to you from the Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center.
Hi, I'm Devin Heyman, co-founder of Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center.
Hi, I'm Devin Heyman, co-founder of Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center.
I went to E! Online, who wrote this exclusive about Jon Gosselin, and I was like, how often do they write about Jon Gosselin? And the answer is not often. The last news cycle that they wrote about was when he started dating Stephanie Lebo. Well, when they went public. Before that, it was kid drama. It was when Colin Gosselin was had a very dark era. I don't even think we talked about it on the podcast. And then before that, it was 2021, and it was when he got bit by that spider. Remember that?
Yeah, of course.
So
we cover Jon Gosselin every time he's covered because we're like, why are we still talking about him?
Why are we still talking about him?
But then again, it makes it so that we're still talking about him.
Yeah. But I think actually sort of makes sense. If you're going to ignore a lot of Jon Gosselin news or Jon Gosselin Instagram posts, it is, I think, in your best SEO interest to write about their new partner,
Why?
Because I feel like that will always be clicky. If Jon Gosselin, who used to be famously married to this other vaguely famous woman, is now seeing someone else, that's something that is vaguely alluring.
But the most newsworthy thing about Jon Gosselin is that he has 8 children. So that's to me what we're talking about here. And how does ex-wife Kate Gosselin feel about Jon potentially bringing Stephanie into the fold amid their contentious co-parenting, blah, blah, blah? Kate doesn't care what I do, Jon said shortly. Kate does what Kate does. Kate only cares about Kate. It's not a problem anymore, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know because I don't talk to her. Too real, too contentious.
But yeah, you're right. The only reason he even reached out to E was because of the free spawn at the Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center.
Yeah. He said, come to the Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center when I get some sort of weird hormone therapy for weight loss. And I will give you an interview about my ex-wife, Kate, and my girlfriend and whether I'm going to marry her or something.
The price you pay for a free service or product.
And I'm just here's my thing. Make sure it works before you get them to show up. Don't put in your call to ET Online before you get this guy to actually do something that helps.
True.
I'm doing it.
That's
if I get
true.
a free facial, I'm waiting for the facial to be over. I'm not doing it before.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Pronovo. Let me get into the Pronovo and tell me I have some awful disease before I, promote the Pronovo.
Or tell you don't. I want the results. I'm posting on the grid.
Imagine being the woman dating Jon Gosselin. I'm sorry. There's truly so many fish in the sea, as they say.
There's so many other things I'd rather imagine than myself being the person who's dating Jon Gosselin.
I'm just saying, it really shows how, there's really somebody for everyone.
I'd rather imagine myself as who is the person between Simu Liu and Mark Wahlberg right now? Bill Burr. I'd rather imagine myself as Bill Burr between Simu Liu and Mark Wahlberg at the premiere of Arthur the King in Los Angeles.
I only put this in here for the headline. I don't care about anything about this. I actually think Simu Liu and Mark Wahlberg are both thems at this point, basically. Simu is close. He's close.
He hosted the People's Choice Awards, and guess what? People seem to like it.
He's close, but I laughed at this headline, which is Mark Wahlberg and Simu Liu bring their bulging biceps to a special LA screening of their dog drama, Arthur the King.
Well, I clicked on the headline after you put it in because I was like, oh, did they show up in muscle shirts? No, they're both in many layers. So
right, you can't even see their bulging biceps. That's the other thing is Mark
biceps.
Wahlberg, who actually doesn't look a day over 37. It's crazy actually how young he looks with his hat because he's dressed like shit, so he looks really young. But he's wearing a slouchy sweatshirt and pants, and Simu's wearing a shirt with a jacket over it. You can't even see their bulging biceps.
I see no biceps.
In fact, in the article, it says the 2-time Oscar nominee wore a gray star-spangled sweater featuring a kangaroo pouch, matching tapered cargo pants, and a $180 unlaced municipal origin sneakers. They know exactly what he's wearing. They literally wrote it.
There are no bulging biceps, so don't be fooled.
Another movie about dogs. All right, a dog. Movie about dog. Dog movie.
Romeo Beckham and Mia Regan broke up.
We could do a Beckham watch, but we are actually heading to Beckham Town this week. So we're gonna save our Beckham watch for a spoiler alert live segment at our UK and possibly Dublin shows.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be unethical to not mention that Romeo Beckham and his girlfriend Mia Regan broke up after 5 years.
I'm kind of sad. Didn't they just move in together, or didn't he just get that flat with all those black plugs?
Yeah, you're right.
It was just filled with plugs. Too many plugs.
Well, maybe those were plugs for her.
They were the breaking point. She said,
too many plugs.
Romeo, there's too many plugs in this flat. I can't move into an apartment with this many plugs. It was the end of their romance.
Well, what I do know is that the tabloids were speculating that they broke up because he went out with his mother It's giving mother boy. He
Yeah.
went out with his mother, Victoria Beckham,
On
Valentine's Day. And people were like, okay, that's just, And then they came out just yesterday afternoon. They came out with this.
Afternoon, yeah, it was Sunday. It was Sunday,
They
yeah.
each posted Instagram stories that were like, we still like each other, but we are
friend-zoned.
friend-zoning each other.
We're
We're
friend-zoned.
friend-zoning each other. And we are moving in different directions. I mean, I think that like she was kind of giving it girl, and that really helped his kind of because he became like a fashion guy because of her almost. Because they were always at fashion shows, and she was giving model, and he was giving Beckham, which is classic. And they were like, oh, they're just like Posh and Becks.
Yeah. My favorite
But
thing
what
the
does he
Sun
even
did
do,
here
you
is
know?
they posted
plays
some of the photos that he liked on Instagram after they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is like a sexy model in a bathtub. And it's like, he liked
Did you see
this
the
snap.
headline?
A real Romeo. Romeo Beckham likes string of scantily clad model snaps after split from girlfriend Mia Regan.
One stunner to catch Romeo's eye was an Australian model and stylist named Liv Gravis. Romeo has liked around 10. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Wait, okay, listen. It's one thing that I kind of thought this was a bullshit article because it's one thing to be like just looking through your feed and liking them. He liked 10 of her photos in recent days.
Mm-hmm.
He went, he broke up with his
sliding.
girlfriend, and then he went to Instagram and said, he did this. Do you know what I'm doing with my hands? You know what you're doing.
I can picture it. I can picture it.
He said, time to get to work. And then he pulled out his phone and he did the thing where he pulled his finger back really far, and then he just started heart.
Oh, the Tom Hanks.
Heart.
Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Before he tits return.
But he went with his fingers up in the air, and then he went with one finger down onto the phone.
I mean,
before he
you're
went to the
laughing.
mattresses.
You're laughing, but I'm nodding. That's how.
I know.
I think that's how a lot of these guys operate.
That's how men work. I know, which makes me think that I should be checking my likes a lot because I'm often not. And I feel like that sometimes the like
could be the subtext. It could be the secret communication.
It really is the subtext. If someone's like liking you, you're kind of saying, what's going on here? And then you're maybe sliding in and going, what's going on here? Do I need to call the cops?
And then, oops, it's Romeo Beckham. And then, yes, you do need to call the cops.
And then, oops, yes, you need to check to make sure that him and his girlfriend Mia Regan are broke up. And you would see in many headlines that they are split after 5 years. So sad. But this is great for us because, we thrive off news about the Beckhams. So this just means more news about the Beckhams.
It does.
Moving on. Who else split? We have a lot of splits.
I don't thrive off of news about Ellie Goulding and Caspar
No,
Jopling.
this is incredible. As somebody who just went surfing in Costa Rica, this is the most exciting thing that's happened to me all week.
Ellie Goulding and Caspar Jopling separate after 4.5 years of marriage. Quote, we remain the closest of friends.
Ellie Goulding announced that she was breaking up with her husband, right? This happened, yesterday, over the weekend.
Yeah.
But the only reason she did that was because photos came out of her on a surfing trip in Costa Rica, kissing, touching a surf instructor named Armando Perez, who previously taught Shakira how to surf.
He's like a surfing instructor to the stars.
It is so hot that it's so hot that she had to be like,
isn't
I
there a
broke
photo
up with
of
my
them,
husband.
Like, kissing, and then she's like
Yes.
looking right. She's looking right
Right
into
at the camera.
And then she's
No,
like, fuck, I got to plan a post. I got to plan a post.
No, it's an incredible, the exclusive Daily Mail inside the end of Ellie Goulding's marriage. Katie Hind reveals the real story of her thing with Zach Goldsmith and how she went to Costa Rica to see hunky surf instructor after meeting him last month as she heads for divorce from husband Caspar Jopling. She went back. Okay, so listen. She said, let's see, for more than 18 months, her management company has been insisting that she and Caspar, with whom she has a 3-year-old son, Arthur, were determined to save their marriage. But a source close to the singer told the Mail this week, Ellie and Caspar have been over for some time now, but there was this whole carry-on of them pretending to be together. The fact is, it's over. Ellie moved on some time ago, but she didn't want anyone to know. Well, honey, then...
But now that she is enjoying the company of other men, there is simply no way back.
where's the? It was the source added. It got a little bit awkward when Ellie learned about the picture. She didn't think she'd be seen with Armando all the way over in Costa Rica. So there were some pretty cringy conversations that had to take place. However, one friend confessed to the pictures could have been worse. What does that mean?
That means that they were probably like really going to town in other like public
That's
areas.
So true.
You know,
that's so true.
Because we have
so true.
What they did editorially. I have to compliment the Daily Mail. I don't like doing this, but editorially, when you scroll through their story, which is exclusive inside the end of Ellie Goulding's marriage, Katie Hind reveals the real story of her thing with Zach Goldsmith and how she went to Costa Rica to see Hunky Surf Instructor after meeting him last month. And she heads for divorce from husband Caspar Jopling. You scroll through and you have all the photos that are kind of blurry from Backgrid, so a real paparazzi agency of her with this hunky surf instructor.
How did they find her in Costa Rica, or did somebody take them and then sell them?
If I were in a room with Ellie Goulding, I would not put it together. I swear to God. You know, like I don't think I would put it together. And so you scroll through the photos and they start with sort of like, because he's a surf instructor, as we said, he instructed Shakira too. Like I've seen photos of this guy before. When you're scrolling, you start sort of innocently. It's like he's holding her, but it could easily be explained as he's teaching her how to like balance. He's like holding her up over the waves.
As somebody who took surf lessons, it's not quite that touchy.
But scroll through and see it get like sexier and sexier by the end. Because by the end, she's like kissing her very gently, like on the temple. And then it's like, okay, well, this is undeniable, you know?
Right.
Like they slowly build to the undeniable photos of the two of them.
I have to say, Ellie Goulding famously is drama. Do you remember she had like a love triangle situation with Ed Sheeran and Niall Horan back in the day? Like she's famously like the subject of one of those songs.
Allegedly had a love triangle situation with.
Okay, but she's apparently the subject of that song is like about her, that Ed Sheeran song. And also, only a few months ago, I just found out who Zach Goldsmith is. She had a too close friendship with a politician. With an
I thought
MP.
we talked about that. Did we not talk about that? Maybe we cut it.
Ellie Goulding has ended her close friendship with Zach Goldsmith to focus on her marriage, the Mail can reveal. This was September 2023.
Ended her close friendship,
The pair had formed a bond after they both split from their partners, and Lord Goldsmith even began making a sculpture for the singer. But Miss Goulding wants to concentrate on her marriage with art dealer Caspar Jopling. The couple welcomed their first child, Arthur, blah, blah, blah. A close friend of Lord Goldsmith said the Tory peer had a relationship. Oh, so she was already in another relationship.
Is that Daily Mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, that reads to me as though they wanted to be like inter-affair with this person, but like they got threatened or something. You know, like they couldn't use that language.
Last week, Lord Goldsmith, 48, took to social media to share a bronze sculpture he had carved for Miss Goulding with the post reading, "Subjects I love, mostly animal nor human love. Right now, it's just part of a larger sculpture that will be a tree of life." A source says he intends to give the artwork to Miss Gould. She is drama. I love it.
Because she kind of gives boring, but she actually is like, she's secretly drama.
She's secretly like the most interesting person alive, that she's kind of like out here. Also, her type is incredible. She's dating a Tory politician, and she's also now flirting with a Costa Rican surf instructor.
She dated a billionaire heir.
Remember when we talked about how all the girlies were marrying like art dealers or whatever,
yeah,
like fake art dealers? And I don't mean fake, I mean like nepotism, rich, like billionaire art, where it was kind of like, I get that you like art, but also this is something you do when you're just very rich and you are like,
I think that era.
This is a job.
I think we're seeing the divorce era.
I know.
I think that these girlies are like, wait, art gallerists are really boring, even if they are hot and rich.
Well, who's left? Jennifer Lawrence. She's still married to her art
and I think
dealer.
isn't the Olsen married to an art gallerist?
No, it was what's her face? Sienna Miller? Was it? She was dating Lucas Werner. They broke up in 2020. And Jenny Slate married her artist, but he was not an art dealer. He's an artist. So, you know, it's not quite the same. Cook Maroney. Ashley Olsen was also dating Vito Schnabel for a while, right? Vito Schnabel was dating Amber Heard at one point, and Louis Eisner was dating, or he's an artist who was dating Ashley Olsen. I don't think the artists and the dealers are in the same realm. I'm splitting them up.
No, me either. I confuse them. Because you know who else is dating an artist? Brie Larson. She's dating actually an artist who's pretty good. I don't remember his name, but I've seen him on
I saw
Instagram,
that.
and then a friend of ours was like, "Oh my god, I was listening to your podcast, and I found out that Brie Larson is dating an Instagram artist I've been obsessed with for a really long time." And I was like, "Oh,
Right.
his art is really good."
Yeah, W Mag wrote about this a few times, like these kind of like art. But Caspar, Jopling, and Ellie Goulding were always the top of the list.
I think these celebrities think they want this, but then they don't want this. And notice a lot of that happened during the pandemic too. You know,
But also think what it is just these are gallerists, these are gallery owners that are the sons of these big art names that are mostly just like rich guys, like billionaires.
Mm-hmm. I love these headlines that you put in here. If he's good enough for Shakira, the hunky surfer Armando Perez, who was #1 hit with the pop sensation and hitmaker Ellie Goulding. And also, is Armando Perez related to Pitbull? Armando is not related to Pitbull, but they do share the same name.
They do share the same name. When you search the name of this hunky surf instructor from Costa Rica, you get Pitbull. And I was like, why? And they have the same name. Pitbull's real name is Armando Perez, but it's not this Armando Perez. But I did find their surf house and I kind of want to go. It's affordable. I kind of want to go
Playa
surfing here.
Hermosa?
Yeah, it's totally affordable. It looks beautiful. Gorgeous. And the waves look great.
You love surfing.
And the instructors, we know they're hot.
If he's good enough for Shakira, the hunky surfer Armando Perez, who
good
was
enough for
#1
me.
who was a #1 hit with podcaster and hitmaker Lindsay Weber.
A hitmaker. Where's Playa Hermosa? Is that northern Costa Rica? Oh, okay, love that. Damn. All right, fine. I'll go.
I will not be surfing. I'll watch.
You would love surfing. What are you talking about?
I'm afraid of the board popping up from the sea and hitting me in the head.
There's a way to fix that.
Really?
You can avoid that very easily.
That's literally my #1 fear of surfing.
Yeah, you there's a trick. So if you fall, all you do is you take your hands and you kind of cover your head a very specific way, and it doesn't ever hit you.
Oh, that's really good
Sometimes
to know.
Sometimes you can ding you in the leg. That you really can't.
Well, that's fine. I'm worried about head injury.
But you're not going to get a head injury. Also, what I noticed too was when Shakira was surfing, she was wearing a helmet, which I would not
could do that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that. No one does that. You wouldn't wear a helmet.
Shakira does it. You just said Shakira does it.
No one wears a helmet.
I'm like, Lindsay, Shakira wears a helmet. I can wear a helmet. Then I'll have my defensive response anytime someone looks at me askance on the beach, on the playa. I'll be like, Shakira does it. Shakira does it.
Okay,
You
anyway.
gave me a free pass.
There's a way to protect your brain.
No, that's legitimately good to know but also I feel like I'm not great with balance.
Yeah, well, that's sure you learn. I'm also terrible with balance.
I waited too late to learn how to ski. And so, the moment I step on skis, I fall down.
Yeah, well,
What is
that's
the line
what
from the birdcage?
But that's what
I do not like to wear shoes. When I wear shoes, I fall down. That's like what I do when I'm on skis.
You just learn. You just become better. You just become more balanced. I'm not good at surfing. I just like it. I can barely get up. And maybe I would learn better if I was surfing with Ellie Goulding's sexy surf instructor.
I think you would.
They're like, "Why are you here? Why did you decide to come to our surf house?" And I'm like,
And you're like, and there's a line of girlies like,
Everyone's like,
Porsha Williams files for divorce from Simon Guobadia after 15 months of marriage. Exclusive.
As if we didn't know that this was going to happen. Give me a freaking break. I feel like this was the most like, duh. She stole this man from a fellow housewife.
She stole this man from a fellow housewife.
It's so quiet, peaceful. My fiance, Simon Guobadia, is everything.
I'm an entrepreneur. I own several businesses, from restaurants, nightclubs.
Simon and I met actually because he had DM'd me. That's what I think. Now y'all tell me if he's telling y'all something different, okay?
My relationship with Porsha started after my ex-wife and I announced that we were getting divorced. Porsha reached out in my DM and expressed that she was sorry to hear that. Her DMing me, checking up on me, making sure I was okay. I appreciated it, and the rest of it is history.
It was a whole thing.
Whole thing.
The way that these housewives share men, I mean, housewives people know this already, but wow. It's almost like there are only a few men that they can date.
So she steals this man from Phelan. They get married. Remember their wedding? They got married like in 2022.
A hugely expensive wedding.
Yes.
Remember?
Huge wedding. And less than 2 years later,
divorce.
I love what he posted on Instagram. Will stop loving my wife when divorce is final.
That's it.
That's it.
What just happened, which is really the main thing you have to know about this, is that she just announced that she's going back to the Housewives. She was on, or Housewives of Atlanta, sorry. She was on Girls Trip or whatever. And now, and I think she was like, and then she got, as they say, she was given the peach back. They gave her the peach, and she signed an overall scripted deal with NBC Universal, scripted project opportunities across the company's broadcast and streaming properties, and she's going back to Housewives of Atlanta. So honestly, once she got the bag, she said, bye-bye.
Well, it's like,
no thanks, don't need it. And she got a divorce story.
Well,
she got plot.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, the bag in question is kind of a storyline, right? So now she has this big drama to enter the season with, which is this it's kind of a scandalous divorce too, because the details are are a little few and far between, but they involve
an immigration scandal.
They involve immigration scandal too. So a lot of it had to do with the fact that he could not get his green card for reasons involving like alleged fraud that he'd committed in the past that was preventing him from actually becoming a citizen. So all of that becomes fodder for Real Housewives of Atlanta when she rejoins. God, season 16.
Right. So it's like it just could not. It's just so transparent, I guess. Like if you're following this. Shout out to Twitter user T_Whitdre, who wrote, Porsha snatched that man from boring Phelan and got a spinoff with Simon and Dennis, an NBC production deal, and a fat check for returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta with an immigration scandal and a divorce storyline, locked and loaded. A Duchess of Deception.
It's so true.
She really is.
Like, relationships as reality narrative is both extremely depressing in a way, but also like kind of smart.
Yeah, and it's also just kind of annoying because it is like so inauthentic at this point, because so many of them are just gunning for storyline, and you're just kind of like, this is the whole thing with Kyle. It's like, I get that these shows are fun to watch and I watch them too, but you gotta see right through them at this point. These women are just like masterminding their prolonged success on television via these kind of
the Kyle
strategies,
the Kyle
or
Mauricio
whatever
stuff is really irritating though. Like that's no longer like they're manipulating the press with their relationship status. Can be sort of exciting to watch as like a fan or a lover of celebrity gossip, but they are just exhausting. Like, Kyle is an exhausting person.
Now, if no one cares, but he has a show on he has a show on Netflix. So he has his own reality show about selling real estate on a competing streamer, Netflix, right? And he basically gave the soundbite of him talking about their breakup to Netflix. So it's like you can't even get the full story on one show.
No.
The show that, by the way, Kyle has given her like entire life to, essentially, like been on this show for like 10 years at this point, and so is he.
Probably more.
He's going. He got a spinoff of his own show, and he's given his story there with their kids who work for him. So it's just like, it's just extra corrupt, and there are layers of just kind of like giving the exclusive fake story elsewhere to a different TV show that no one watches, to almost spite his wife and spite Bravo. Forget it.
Yeah.
I guess that's interesting. More interesting than the show, which is actually kind of boring right now.
Charles Melton and Chloe Bennet split like 9 months ago.
But they like dated for less than a year. So it kind of is just this weird thing where it's like unclear when they got together, when they split, and how long they dated. Which is kind of funny.
When you see this Daily Mail headline, Charles Melton's girlfriend Chloe Bennet split. Riverdale actor and Marvel star went separate ways late last year after being linked in spring 2023. The most recent photo they have of them is from August 2023. And it's not only the most recent photo they have of them together, it's one of the only photos we have of them together.
Right.
Okay?
So it's giving like, it was short and sweet,
Someone finally caught up with this girly.
Do care who Charles Melton dates at this point, because he's like at every award show and he's buzzy. So that's why maybe they didn't care before, but now we're like looking back in time to be like, oh, he dated Chloe Bennet from Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., who we did talk about, because when I was looking her up, because I had forgotten that we talked about her, I learned that she is a Chinese pop star. And then I was like, oh, I knew this information already. My brain is like lighting up in deja vu.
And also we knew that she was in the failed live action pilot for Powerpuff, the Powerpuff Girls show.
Yeah, we did know
that. We have like
we did talk about
4 photos of this show. And then they were like, never mind, we don't want to do this anymore. This is a really bad idea. So
my version of the Wile E. Coyote movie that nobody will release.
The John Early Wile E. Coyote movie
is the trailer for Powerpuff, the unaired pilot for Powerpuff Girls. That's my Looney Tunes.
Is that fully? We're never going to see that movie, right? It's done.
They like put it in the. They put it in the bank with Powerpuff. They put it in the vault with Powerpuff.
They put it in the Acme vault. Okay, yeah.
And Batwoman.
Or was she Batgirl or Batwoman?
But the thing is, I don't want that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I do want to see it just because apparently it's so bad that like they were like, we can't let anyone see this. We need the 4-hour Napoleon. Just kidding. I will never watch Napoleon again.
Powerpuff. Unaired pilot.
Starring Chloe
Bennet. And 2 other girls who I already forgot.
I do think this is just a result of people really trying to dig into Charles Melton and seeing something there and him getting more and more attention where it's like, we need to confirm that he is actually single. And it seems like they finally got the confirmation because it's not like he brings anyone to his award shows, you know, like he hasn't been like bringing any kind of date beyond Todd Haynes. So it is, I think, intriguing to people. Who is this person dating, you know? So anyway, not her.
What was she wearing? Where was she seen? She posted what on Instagram? She's the Who Queen. Tens of people want to know all about the number one Who. Lindsay, Bobby, tell us now. What's Rita Ora up to?
Who is this woman?
So what did I say? I said, I don't think this is actually about dressing rooms. I think something else happened that we will find out later. Kelly Rowland's used to small dressing rooms. People are used to small dressing rooms. You put up with it because you're going on Today's Show. Today's Show
We're still talking about the dressing rooms?
Great promo. Well, the Wrap found out, the Goss, that it had nothing to do with the dressing room. Quote, this is what an insider told the Wrap. The story was spun that Kelly didn't like her dressing room, but she had been on the Today Show numerous times. She and her team knew the dressing room setup. That would not come as a surprise at all. Kelly was upset about Savannah's aggressive questioning about Beyonce. She and her team were not happy and felt disrespected.
Kelly was upset with Savannah's aggressive... And it's funny that they're throwing Savannah under the bus versus Hoda.
Well, Savannah was the one who was doing the asking.
I'm just saying, like, you know... Don't come for Hoda.
No one's throwing Hoda under a bus.
In the Thursday interview, and also, you know, it was interesting through all of this. I forgot that Kelly's rep is Beyonce's rep. Do you know that? What's her face?
Yvette?
Yeah.
Kelly's I actually completely forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there is this kind of there probably isn't even more controlled what we do and what we don't say about Beyonce that Kelly kind of follows. And it's maybe less to do with Kelly and more to do with Beyonce. Because like, I'm sure Kelly's like, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers of my friend, but also the fact that your PR person knows exactly what Beyonce does and does not want to say makes it even more of a restrictive issue, you know?
I have to say, I know that Kelly felt disrespected, allegedly, by Savannah and walked off the set of the Today Show, but all of this press was helpful. I'm sure it played a part in getting Tyler Perry's Mea Culpa starring Kelly Rowland at #1 on Netflix for the past few days. Every time I go into Netflix, it's #1.
Helpful, but I'm sure people would have been excited about it anyways.
Yeah.
A new Tyler Perry with Trevante Rhodes and Kelly Rowland, I think, and it's like apparently so stupid. You know what I mean?
Wait.
Like pure Tyler Perry stupidity.
I almost watched it last night, but then like it didn't happen. I'll watch it
apparently it's really...
Of course it's stupid.
It's a real stinker. But like in terms of... I think that either way that, you know, that people are going to watch it. But it's interesting that now we're spinning this that she didn't want to talk about Beyonce. Because she did say, they said, well, what do you think about your friend Beyonce? I'm so proud of her. I know, but were you surprised? And what do you think about it? I'm so proud of her. So happy for her.
It's like that video you retweeted of Michelle on the red carpet where that guy from Variety is like, have you heard Beyonce's new music? And she just sort of like stares and smiles and does a funny bit. It's like,
right.
let's just leave Beyonce out of this.
Sick. She must be so sick of it.
I like this. I hadn't read the actual full log. I just wanted to watch it, but I didn't really know what it was about until just now. A criminal defense attorney must choose between family, duty, and her own dangerous desires when she takes on the case of an artist accused of murder.
An artist accused of murder.
It's everything. This
Which
movie
is just
has
like,
everything.
She's a lawyer who fucks a client. Is that just like
That's
what it is?
what it seems like, yeah.
Because he's sexy and definitely a murderer.
Yeah. But this isn't what's Kelly Rowland up to. We bring it up because Kelly Rowland saying, I'm sick of Savannah Guthrie asking me these questions about Beyonce is the reason, according to this source in the Wrap,
that Rita Ora got to host the Today Show.
Meanwhile,
and she freaking slayed it. And then she went back to Australia where she met up with her dang husband and went to the Taylor Swift show with Katy Perry. Katy Perry. And guess who was getting all the headlines for being, the subject of allegedly the subject of bad blood, attending the Taylor Swift show, just being like, I love my girl Tay-Tay, thinking that we forgot all of their bad blood history. Guess who's next to her cheering on Taylor with her? That's right, Rita Ora. She's always there. She's always right there.
She got photos with Katy, with Taylor, with Travis, with everyone.
Can I just be rude for a second? She's wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because Taylor Swift is from Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is Suck-Upville, USA. I mean, Rita really is the number one kind of people pleaser. She said, get me the hat. I don't know how you're going to get me the hat, but get me the fucking hat.
And they did it.
Incredible.
Here's a headline I didn't know how to make heads or tails of this, but I just want to read it. Rita Ora's recent coquette aesthetic with bloatcore look draws praise from Cole Tucker's wife, Vanessa Hudgens.
What? Wait, I need to read this because actually that's so confusing. What article? What is this from? What news is this from?
Sportskita.com. I think it's an AI website, but it's a sports website, which is why they called her Cole Tucker's wife.
British pop star Rita Ora recently posted a picture on Instagram in which she features a coquette aesthetic with the Pittsburgh Pirates hat, which prompted a comment from American pop star Vanessa Hudgens. They forgot the N. The Kosovo-born singer and actress is the chief creative partner for Prospero Tequila, the company she was promoting in the social media post. It got a reply from American singer and actress Vanessa Hudgens, again missing the N, who complimented the look in the comments section. On Thursday, which was National Margarita Day, the pop star posted a picture of herself in a coquette aesthetic with bloatcore look. Okay, first of all, we need to define what coquette aesthetic with bloatcore look. I don't not believe that Rita Ora is doing a coquette aesthetic with bloatcore look, which is what is it?
I just don't know what it is. No, exactly. Thank you for listening to another episode of Who Weekly. Support us on patreon.com/Who Weekly for bonus episodes, the Discord server, commentary, text, and more. Thank you to Katie and Eric of The Who's for providing our Read It theme song on Tuesdays. Thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant, for researching and editorializing. We hope you come back from vacation soon. We will be in London and Dublin over the next week, which means on Friday you're getting a rewind episode of Who Remembers, and we are taking next Tuesday off. So we'll have a giant episode that following Friday to cover all the stuff we missed. Can't wait to see you in London. Can't wait to see you in Dublin. And have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
You will dream it.
They want to know. Hey. 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 I want to be famous.